Good afternoon. It is January the 17th, 2017, and time to recap another day of trading. We had a pretty good day today, as we always anticipate. That's generally the rule. Hypothetical simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as the lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they are designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Okay, today we came in wanting to sell. I can get my pen to work here. There we go. 69 to 71, and we did not get above 67. So our sell zone was up here at 69. We had a 61. We had a 58 to 60 buy one, and then buy two was 55 to 57 down here. So we didn't quite get to the area that we wanted to sell, but we did get down into the first buy zone, 58 to 60, with a low of 59.75, and a beautiful retest failure trade right here was a winner. Another retest failure trade right here, an S, and this S produced a small winner. This buy gave us a small winner, another retest failure, and again, you're trading for 1 to 2 points for the most part. We get a shot at maybe 2 trades a day where we have a chance to make 3 points or more, and on this trade right here, this was a 3 to a 4 point trade. This was a 3 to a 4 point trade. This is a 3 to a 4 point trade. But most of the time, you're going to take a point or 2 points out of the market. You can see how this high volume number right here was the attractor, and how it pulled and froze the market activity. So it takes a lot of patience to trade the E-mini right now. The name of the game in the E-mini is buying or selling the opening, then hanging on. And our first buy recommendation turned out to be pretty good. Taking a look at the F1 screen. Lower high, lower low, look for a place to sell it. Looking at the F2 screen, that's going to confirm it because of the late spill that we have. And here's your move out of the middle. We did get our retest of resistance. It's held. Then we get our move out of the middle on a K-split. And the market is trading down. And our 55, 57 is where we are. So structurally, 50 to 55 and 70 to 75 is where resistance is right now. And on more than a few days, you got to get short in that 67 to 69 area. That seems to be capping the rallies. So right now, tomorrow's news, CPI up 0.3. Core up 0.2. Now, CPI is a lagging indicator. PPI showed big jumps, or has shown jumps here in the last 2 reports. CPI, it's a little slow getting there. The big number tomorrow is going to be industrial production up 0.6. If that is the case, it's supportive for the market. Capacity utilization 75.4. No one pays any attention to that. It will come into play when it gets over to 80 if inflation is a concern, because that means you've got to go out and pay your workers more to get them to come work for you. 69 for the housing market index, and then the beige book. And they'll be looking in the beige book for how strong is the economy. So tomorrow's focus, industrial production and core CPI. That's going to be one. This is the second piece of news to hit the market, and that'll be the third piece. So if the market were to close right now, you're selling 64.66, 69.71 for sell 2. We're buying 55s, 57s, and then we're buying 50.52. these written down. Don't have my routine totally down with the new computers, but I'm getting there. Or that's the hope anyway. Okay, treasuries are up off of dollar weakness and weakness in the indexes when you get right down to it. So gold and treasuries rally today because of the selling in the dollar and in equities around the globe. Higher low, higher high, find a place to buy it on our F1 screen. And you know, a lot of people will laugh and say, well, it can't be that easy. It is that easy. You really have to understand what goes into higher lows and lower highs. We've got resistance right now at 25.12, so 11 to 12, sell one. 11 to 15, sell one. 19 to 23, sell two. The E-minis really got to sell off to, I think, take us there, and I just don't see that in the cards. 25.01, 29 to 01 for buy one, and then 21 to 25 for buy two. We'll play for a trading range again tomorrow, motoring sideways and moving into the inauguration. And the noise and rumors is that there are going to be lots of changes coming within the first 48 hours, so we'll see if that turns out to be the case. Lots of changes. Hopefully they'll start tearing down the rules and regulations that have hurt energy very, very quickly. It would be a good place to start. And if most of those things have been done with a pen and a phone call, and maybe they're going to be pretty easy to unravel that way. Okay, 12 to 16 is number one. Selling 19s to 23, sell one. 31s to 03, sell two. On the buy side, last rotation stopped down at 03, so the buck to 04, number one. Buying 25s to 29s, buy one. Really leaning against where support was today, and then 13 to 17, buy two. Gold had a big day today. Most of it was done in the Globex session out of Europe, and the reason for that is that the gold market starts in London. It does not start in New York, and you have to remember that. So London really has, if you're going to trade currencies, there's a real advantage being on London time for currencies, softs, and gold. It works. Higher low, higher high in gold. Find a place to buy it. And looking at our F2 screen, pretty square, leaning B based on today's activity. If you fold it into the Globex session, definitely leaning P, and we had a move out of the middle in Globex. So I can sell failure to take out 17 to 20, sell one, and 24, 26 for sell two. On the buy side, 10 to 12. A little cheap this morning, trying to get in at 8 to 10, stops below 10, but 10 to 12 was where support was, and 5 to 7 for buy 2. Crude, that last spell or sell-off in crude oil came from an article that Brazil was not going to cut back production. And Brazil's in a pretty sorry state. Their socialist governments have do what most socialist governments do. They destroy their economy, and then you add the propensity for graft that we have in South American countries, and it's I mean, just look, where do you want to go? Bolivia, Ecuador, Venezuela, Brazil. Just look what happens. And Chile, which was really, really smart, cleaned up their act, and they voted socialist-leaning governments back in. It's just really easy to get into the office by robbing Peter to pay Paul. There are more people that want things, and it's a real easy sell. Envy is what it's done on. So anyway, higher low, higher high in crude, but we had a very, very weak finish. And we did have a piece of news associated with that selling late in the session. The market was leaning B anyway before that news came in, so my guess is we're going to try to trade it a little lower, so we'll play for that. 52 even, 52.25 by 1. The inventory numbers come on Thursday. Rich Genders will be speaking on Thursday also, making his first appearance since, I believe, September of last year. Rich likes long vacations. 52.75, 53, sell 1, 53 and a quarter, 53.50, sell 2. So the first play is stops below 52 even, and then 51.50, 51.75. Euro's been strong. Dollar is weak. One of Trump's advisors, and I can't remember if it was Davos or where it was, came out and said that, yeah, the dollar's probably a little too high. And if you're an exporting Fortune 500 or Fortune 1000 company, that would be music. And a lot of the complaints about revenues making your earnings per share by cutting expenses and not increased revenues have come because of the strong dollar, which is up about 25% since 2014. Higher low, higher high, find a place to buy the euro. And definitely dealing with a P. So 107, our number 2 sell zone today was 107.40, 107.50. That's where resistance is, so we'll put it out there. Sell 1. Second sell will be 107.75. On the buy side, last rotate down stopped at 19, so 15 to 25 by 1. 107 even by 2. And this market is pointed higher. And I have to wait for the selling to get over in the dollar to see where support is. And that's it, folks, for this January 17th, 2017. I will see you bright and early in the morning. Y'all have a great evening.